Welcome back, Gothamites. I'm London, aka History of the Batman. Yesterday was Batman Day, and I celebrated the official DC Comics holiday with my good friends at the Comic Book in Manhattan Beach, California. We not only had an awesome screening of the 1993 film Batman Mask of the Phantasm in its glorious remastered version, but also I sat down with Kevin Altieri, who was a sequence director in Mask of the Phantasm and for Batman the Animated Series, and Brad Rader, who is a storyboard artist on Mask of the Phantasm and on many episodes of Batman the Animated Series. We talked about all things Batman, the current status of Batman within the DCU, some Marvel Comics was sprinkled in there. It was just a good time. And I recorded the entire panel for you guys in case you missed it. So I will link that in the description below if you want to check out all of the Batman Day goodness. But before we jump into what this video really is about, why don't you subscribe to this channel so you can become part of this wonderful Batman community. Now, what was also special about Batman Day was that it was the launch of the new digital streaming service, DC Universe. My always wonderful family at Warner Brothers and DC Comics gave me the opportunity to check out the DC Universe before everyone else. And it was all in its wonderfully beta form. I was given DC Universe access particularly to discuss my first-hand experience with the app for their live event stream, which happened on August 29th, and it was hosted by Kevin Smith. I'll link that entire stream in the description, and somewhere after the 2-hour mark, you can see me for about 10 seconds. Right now, I'll put in my very short clip that I submitted to DC Comics for the live stream, and then I will discuss with you guys my almost a month's time exploring the DC Universe. So check out what I talked about in my first almost, 3 days of having the app. I create history videos about Batman, Superman, and all of the DC icons for DC Comics' DC Fans channel. Thanks to my family at Warner Brothers and DC Comics, I was one of the first to experience the DC Universe. This digital streaming service has everything you need if you are a fan of DC Comics like myself. What I think is really dope about the DC Universe is its Connect and Shop features. With Connect, you can talk to other DC fans within this digital community and discuss topics from what's your favorite Justice League episode to who you think is the best actor to don the cape and the cowl. But we all know that it's Adam West. Let's not play games. The Connect feature is one of the many reasons why the DC Universe is such a unique streaming service. It gives you the opportunity to share your immense fandom of the DC Comics world with others who are just as hyped about the DCU as you are. I'm too excited for you guys to check out the DC Universe. There's so much you can do on this digital service. You can watch fan favorite films like 1989's Batman, new TV shows like Titans, or classic TV shows like Batman Beyond, and read some of your favorite comic books like Detective Comics 27. As you can see, the word bias is just not in my vocabulary. One feature that I really like about the DC Universe is that if you love one of the animated films, such as Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, you can go and read the entire 4-issue arc Batman The Dark Knight Returns from 1986. You can just keep building and building your love for Batman and all the other DC Comics characters. So do yourself a favor and dive into the wonderful world of the DC Universe. It will make you love this fandom more than you already do. I hope you enjoy, Gothamites, and remember, it's all about peace, love, and Batman. Wasn't that fun? Different hair and all now, but yeah, it was fun. So if you aren't familiar with the DC Universe, it is pretty much Warner Brothers and DC Comics' version of Netflix and Hulu, but I personally think better. You not only get to watch a huge library of TV shows and film, but you also get to read tons and tons of comic books, dive into a discussion within the community tab where you can talk about any and everything DC Comics with fellow subscribers. And there's an awesome shop where you can buy exclusive DC Comics merchandise. All in this one app. That's pretty good. So I wanted to share a little bit about what I have personally been doing on the app for almost shy of an exact month. First off, I checked out the comic books, obviously. And I started with a timeless one, which is 1939's Detective Comics 27, which is the debut of the Batman. What I personally enjoyed reading about it was that you can choose to read it panel by panel, or you can read the entire page at once. I personally like reading it panel by panel so my eyes don't randomly wander and I see a surprise at the end of the page. I kind of hate that. And I also love that you can read all of the comics in HD. This comic from 1939, from almost 80 years ago, is in crisp and clear condition for you to enjoy all of its wonderful golden age goodness. And as of now, I believe there is about over 2,500 comics within the library that you can read right now. You can read classic arcs such as Batman: The Dark Knight Returns and Batman: Nightfall. And you can read current arcs such as Batman Eternal or even the DC Rebirth comics today. Of course, I'm biased and I'm highlighting all of the Batman things that are happening on the app, but you can pick any of your favorite heroes and check out their current and classic comic books yourself and dive in and learn more about your favorite DC icons. Then I checked out the TV and movies section, which is sick. This library, which of course continually grows with every update, I suppose, is pretty impressive, especially if you're a huge DC Comics fan like myself. You can now watch the classics from 1940 serials to the entire Christopher Reeve's Superman film series, even Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher's Batman films. And of course, just to be nice, they threw in some Nolanverse in there as well. So if you are dying to watch The Dark Knight to celebrate its 10-year anniversary this year, you can go do that. But of course, the absolute sweetness comes in all of the animated TV that is available on the DC Universe app. You can check out Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, Justice League, Teen Titans. So if you have Bat member berries like myself, you will definitely enjoy this perk that the DC Universe gives. There's so much to check out within this category, and a lot of these shows and films are not available on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or wherever else you stream from. I'm just saying. And I briefly talked about this in my DC Comics video, which you previously saw, and that is the community tab, where you can either create your own discussion or you can hop in to other subscribers' discussions about any and anything DC Comics. You can voice your own opinion or debate with someone else, whatever you choose, but the point is you have the freedom to discuss everything that you love about DC Comics on this one app, and others will join in with you. It's funny, some Gothamites that are on Instagram that have been given the beta access within the last week have said, hey, you should do a history of the Batman thread on the DC Universe, which, you know what, I probably will. I will probably start out my own thread and have my own conversation and hopefully talk to Gothamites like you guys who are familiar with History of the Batman and are on DC Universe, or we'll even talk to new Gothamites that maybe will join us within this community. There is also a section that is very close to this historian's heart, and that is the encyclopedia. If you have a favorite character, or you have a character that you read about or saw on TV or saw in a film, and you have no idea how they came to be, the encyclopedia is the place for you. You can type in the person's name or the character's name, and it gives you tons of information about their origin, who created them, and just in general what they can do and how they're a part of this large DC Comics world. And it'll give you suggestions on what comics you should check out if you want to read more about the character. I personally love this section, and if you are a history buff like myself, I think you'll enjoy it as well. And last but not least, we have the shopping center, where you can buy DC Comics apparel from t-shirts, even buy mugs and action figures and jewelry, and it's a full store right on the app, and you can order some of your favorite characters in different ways. If you want a new Batman t-shirt, if you want a Wonder Woman bracelet, if you want an animated series mug, whatever you want, there's tons of stuff on there. In particular, they have the Justice League animated TV show action figure set, which is exclusively on the DC Universe. You can't find it anywhere else. You can't find it on eBay or Amazon or wherever. So that is definitely a perk to picking up the DC Universe streaming service. So of course, DC Universe is like a baby. It's in its very starting point. So of course it will grow and evolve and become even better and will add more things. But even in its initial state, the DC Universe is pretty cool, especially if you are a DC Comics fan. And with all of this, plus the DC Daily Show, which started yesterday on Batman Day, there is tons to dive into if you want to truly explore the DC Universe. So, is it worth getting the DC Universe digital streaming service? It totally is. There's so much to watch, to read, to discuss, to shop. Not just classic TV and film and comics and all of that good stuff, but you also get to see original series that is exclusive to the DC Universe, such as Titans, the Harley Quinn animated show, Swamp Thing, and Young Justice Outsiders, which I know is a fan favorite. All of that will be coming to the DC Universe within the next several months. Now, if I did a good job in convincing you to check out the DC Universe, I will link in the description below where you can go download the DC Universe, whether it's on your iPhone or Android or whatever smart device you're using, and check out their website, which is dcuniverse.com, to learn more about how you can become a part of this even bigger part of the DC Comics world. Thanks so much for watching my first-hand experience with DC Comics Beta. Will you be diving into the DC Universe? And if you have already, let me know in the comments below your initial thoughts on this new digital platform. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a bat thumbs up. As always, my social media, my Instagram, which is @HistoryOfTheBatman, is linked in the description. And also check out my comic reviews for Comicosity. And of course, please subscribe to this channel so you can become a part of this wonderful Gothamite community. Thanks so much for watching, and we will have more History of the Batman soon, right here on YouTube. Remember, Gothamites, it's all about peace, love, and Batman. Bye.